Nation on behalf of Muskogee Creek spiritual leadership in opposition to Cop City.
I came all the way on the Trail of Tears to deliver this letter to you folks.
Stop.
We want you to know that on the
Pause
Trail
it
of
up.
Tears to...
I got you right there.
Okay, now you see, she said that they came by order of the spiritual leadership. Right. Then she said we came back down the Trail of Tears. This is a code. When she told him that means everything, the Trail of Tears went through Atlanta. Atlanta was the gateway. Everything west of the Appalachians was conquered off the Louisiana Purchase. Atlanta was the path, was the major metropolis in the pathway. So they came back down the Trail of Tears. Right, and as they come back down the Trail of Tears, this is what Big Mama told me. The same people that they send in to do you dirt gonna be the same people gonna go in there and get your stuff.
Go ahead, I'm with you.
Right, so they used $5 Indians to try to replace us. You can't replace us. We just salted up earth.
Right.
So what do? Adjust. This is not going to school on Monday through Friday class. This the master class on understanding we was at war. If you don't understand we've been at war for 500 years, then you need to sit down until you figure out what's going on with your life.
Exactly.
All right, now in the war, the general rides up. Every general strategized, ran into a brick wall. They wouldn't let me participate in the reindeer games. The games of the guys. While they flying across the ethers, they want to block me out. So I say, okay, I'll sit on the sideline till y'all can't figure it out. Then I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna tell you who did it, the Dirty Moors, how they did it, pretended to be us, why they did it to replace us on the land. Who told me they did it? Noble Jew Ali. Right? Who told me to do something about it? Marcus Garvey, Elijah Muhammad, Clarence 13X, Malachi Z. York, Big Tukey, Chief Malik Angel Bay, Larry Hoover, the whole leadership of the Vice Lord Nation. They all said, tell us who did it, how they did it, and how you know. That means I just can't come in saying this like I'm talking about, and that's what we've been doing. Yaku grafted devil is about to get fricasseed. All right, push play.
Okay, I got you.
To deliver this letter to you folks. We want you to know that the contemporary Muskogee people are now making their journey back to our homelands.
Stop.
And hereby give notice.
Okay, now she said contemporary. You know what that means?
I looked it up, and well, I can get the etymology is different with the definition they gave. But temporary means temporary to me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't not
no, she didn't say temporary. She said contemporary.
Contemporary, right? So
right.
Like,
so what that means is they are running in real time alongside the real Muskogee Creek Indians as their contemporaries. In law, this is called a collateral attack. We're gonna pull that definition up later on. But remember, in law, it's a collateral attack. Now remember, with the leadership, the spiritual leadership sent them back down the trail the same way you came. You go tell the motherfuckers to get off the land. Okay, notice the agent is notice the principal. Once she put the Atlanta on notice, everything that came with the Louisiana Purchase is effectively on notice to evacuate their artificial jurisdiction off the land.
Go ahead.
Right, but here's the problem before we go any further. Our people been beat down so bad that when somebody tell us how to reclaim our stuff and we won't have no resistance, they don't know what they still froze.
Scared.
Right, so we had to send somebody who benefited from the white privilege of the free white persons in law. right? So they would have the confidence to confront this devil in their face.
That's right.
Right?
That makes sense.
Okay, now push play. Let's go see what else you say.
Notice to Mayor Andrew Dickens, the Atlanta City Council, the Atlanta Police Department, the Atlanta Police Foundation, the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office, and so-called Cop City, that you must immediately vacate Muskogee homelands and cease violence and policing of Indigenous and Black people in Muskogee lands. We also ask for an independent investigation into the assassination of our relative Tortuguita, and that the charges be dropped against Wulani Forest defenders.
Okay, pause. Okay, now she brought up Black people.
Yeah, go ahead.
Those are the ones who was classified as the dead kings on the land. Remember, they declared there was no royalty because we left to go to the battlefield in Florida.
Okay.
Lewis and Clark, under the orders of Big B and Bay, declared that all of the castles was vacant on the path they took to Oregon.
Yeah.
And Washington State. When they come back from over there and they declared the land vacant, they said all of the kings was dead. Therefore, they assumed the position of Black in law.
Man, go ahead.
They ascribed us Black in these other terms to conceal the fact that we was already here, and that if we realize who he is, we can give them the instruction to get the fuck off our land. This is what we're looking at in real time with this video.
Man, this is you going in, Rod.
So now the Blacks then took over. On the chessboard, the great defenders, them Black ones, them stealth priests that had to be resurrected in the dark. In their face, behind their back, the same way they did it when they murdered us. Right? I had to tell the people how they got the chiefs off the land, COINTELPRO.
Exactly.
Any one of us that had the right to reclaim the land was incapacitated with something called a judicial system.
Right.
Listen to the first syllable, judicial system. Judicial system.
Yeah, we caught it.
Right. So they put their signature everywhere to make sure that when we hook this fish, we got this motherfucker hooked. They shouldn't have never been the I and turned it into a J and told everybody that ISIS was Jesus.
Yeah, right.
Then the people wouldn't be so misled.